Mayor of the City of Medford. I have had the privilege of being involved for the last 7 years with the community gospel group that Stacy has been organizing for I think as long as 19 years. And in more recent years, Minister Lee and his wife, Nima, were both born in Korea and Stacy was born in Jamaica. And Stacy always told me as a young girl that she had always hoped that someday she'd have the opportunity to sing a prayer at Medford City Hall. But you can see from the way they sang and the presentation and the power and the beauty, you can understand why I wanted to have them here today. Please, another big round. First of all, I would like to join with all of my friends and welcome Nicholas Joy back to the city of Medford in what turned out to be a miraculous situation. Let's hear it for Nicholas. A few years ago, we had a project, it was called The Faces of Medford. And it was one that toured not only Medford but beyond because people wanted to learn more about the citizens of Medford. Tonight I thought I'd do a mini version of that by having seated with me many people, some who have been here for some time and some who are new to the city, just so more people become acquainted with the individuals who live in our city and the rich diversity that we celebrate. Starting with my left is Geshe-la Tenley. Geshe-la Tenley was born in Tibet. He's a Buddhist monk who traveled over the mountains into India to study in the monastery, immigrated to America, and then eventually ended up here in the city of Medford. He is a person who just this past July became a citizen and also got his driver's license. He is the teacher of all the monks at the Karakula Center on Lagoon Avenue, and he is the emissary here in Medford for His Holiness the Dalai Lama. Geshe-la Tashe Dele. Anna Di Pasquale has been here for a few more years than Geshe-la. She and her husband, Mario, immigrated from Italy and became citizens shortly after they arrived here in Medford, for which she has been on Wareham Street for a few years. And back in 1981, opened a business called Bella Raviolis in South Medford that I'm sure everybody is familiar with. Now, Ann is very much involved with the South Medford business community, and she's also somebody that we turn to for guidance and direction on many issues to do with South Medford. Anna, buona fortuna. Debbie Steiner-Hayes is the president of the Friends of the Medford Family Network, and she is their chief fundraiser. And she is very active in helping to make sure that there are funds so the Medford Family Network continues to spread all the good work and will they do for so many families throughout the city of Medford. She's also very involved in Temple Shalom, and she's helped to build strong youth programs within the temple. Debbie, Shalom. Pham Nguyen is a gentleman who was born in Vietnam, came to our area a couple of years ago, got together with a few of his partners and decided to open a small business in Medford called Yoki's. And Yoki's, which is at Station Landing, in a short period of time, doubled its size. It is a very successful business. And Fong and his partner Justin came in to see me last year, and they said, I don't know you, you don't know me, we're doing very well in the city, we want to give back, we want to do something. I said, what does he want to do? He said, we want to have a golf tournament, and we want to donate the money to charity. I said, when would you like to do this? He said, 3 weeks. So, Marie Cassidy had just left my office from the Medford Family Network, and I said, I know they could use the money, so they donated the money within 3 weeks. Fong helped raise over $5,000 that went to the Medford Family Network. Gammon. R.P. Patel. R.P. Patel was born in India, and she's been here in Medford for the last 2 years, with many of the family members who have owned and operated a couple of businesses here in our community and also neighboring communities. R.P. operates a business in my neighborhood, up in North Medford. It's People's Food Market. R.P. greets everybody every day with a warm smile, very welcoming, and teaches us about the Indian culture. R.P., namaste. Susan D. Susan is from Listonvanna, County Clare, in Ireland. And she came to Medford, and she met her husband here, who was from Waterford Island, just a few miles away. They were married. She's lived for 49 years on Orchard Street, raised her 5 children, has been very involved civically, socially, and religiously in this community. In the last 25 years, has donated her time volunteering on the Board of Cemetery Trustees. Susan Schlanta. And Immaculate Pierre. Immaculate Pierre was born in Haiti. And she is a person of great energy, love, and caring for everybody. Her and her husband, Pastor Pierre, run a food bank and help and support a lot of people as they make the transition from Haiti to the city of Medford. I have a personal affection for the Haitian people who do such a great job in our nursing homes, in our rehabs, and in our hospital, and take care of our family. Immaculate, merci beaucoup. Citizens of Medford, honored guests, friends, and family, we are blessed by the strength of our home, a city with a proud history, as well as an immense contemporary vitality. The course we chart for the coming years will bear the mark of our traditions, as well as the creativity of our aspirations. We are guided always by a singular principle, to make Medford a living city as well as a livable city, where work and recreation and living and learning not only coexist, but thrive and enrich one another. Medford citizens have always been courageous, civic-minded, forward-thinking, who have stood tall in the face of adversity, conflict, and unpopular positions. We must continue to build on our strengths and to keep Medford moving forward with integrity, civility, and compassion. Tonight we join the citizens of this great city to address the question, what is the state of our city? This past year was one of progress, new initiatives, accomplishments, and cooperation. We put Medford in action to improve the delivery of services and to enhance the quality of life for all. We did it facing the threat of a fiscal cliff, and while we recovered from the greatest recession since the Great Depression. Medford is a community of continued progress. Abraham Lincoln once said, "You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today." Changes in the way we communicate, how we educate our children, and how we protect our environment compel us to fresh ideas, and vigorous effort. We find our strength in the diversity of our cities. Medford schools educate students from 31 different countries, where they speak 31 different languages. The diversity of our families offers the opportunity to explore the world through shared experiences. Local government is judged by the quality of the public safety offered to its citizens, as well as the support offered to the fire and police officers in carrying out their duties. This administration has always accepted these responsibilities and believes that the essence of community safety lies in preparedness and prevention. An incident avoided is a life spared. We continue to strengthen our public safety sector. We graduated 7 firefighters from the training academy and are presently hiring an additional 12. Of these 19 positions, we received a SAFER grant for $1.4 million to cover 8 positions, including their benefits for the next 2 years. We're about to embark on a $1.8 million refurbishment of our fire stations, and we will purchase a new fire engine and have purchased 3 new thermal imaging cameras. The police department recently graduated 5 new officers from the police academy and will hire an additional 6. We plan to purchase 5 new police cruisers. Also, the department has distributed new 110 radios, which will enhance interoperability between emergency responders. Medford has collaborated with the Attorney General's office to take control of abandoned rundown properties in our community. They are rehabilitated and sold under court supervision. $288,000 in back taxes has been recovered while eliminating blight in our neighborhoods. And the building department has also demolished 22 illegal apartments. Energy and environmental issues have our full commitment. Medford has become a community that citizens, state agencies, and utilities look to as a leader in the conservation movement. Due to Medford's outstanding green initiatives, the city received a City Livability Award from the United States Conference of Mayors, and from the Massachusetts Municipal Association, the Kenneth M. Picard Innovation Award for a record 5th time. For the second consecutive occasion, the EPA issued Energy Star plaques to all of the middle schools and elementary schools for their outstanding energy conservation measures. Medford stands alone as the only community to have received over $250,000 in both rounds of the Green Community Grant funding for implementation of energy efficiency measures. We have changed hundreds of our city-owned lights to LED lighting, saving the city nearly $16,500 in costs each year. National Grid was awarded the city over $22,000 in rebates for the project. Great attention has been placed on the high school with a goal to refit this building. National Grid contributed over $100,000 towards energy-efficient upgrades in C building. The city also received $22,500 grants to complete a study of the heating system at Medford High School, including solar thermal for the pool. Our plan to outline environmental goals for the next 5 years will be accomplished through a grant from the Metropolitan Area Planning Council. One of the first initiatives we will undertake is a residential outreach program that encourages homeowners to have an energy assessment, followed by energy efficiency upgrades. In 2010, we set a very ambitious goal for ourselves here at City Hall to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 20% by the end of 2015. We are pleased to announce this evening that we have surpassed this and have already reduced emissions by 30% at the end of 2012. Along with energy efficiency, the promotion of job creation and economic growth requires investments in transportation, housing stock, and land use planning. The city strives to create a sustainable economy by maximizing opportunities for existing and new businesses, encouraging the creation of affordable and decent housing while stimulating economic activity in neighborhoods throughout the city. Boston Magazine has just listed Medford as one of the best places to live in 2013. It references our happening restaurant scene, the city's open space, its single-family homes, and if that were not enough, it also stated that Medford is a third less expensive than neighboring communities. Our residential market is strong with several major projects in the pipeline. All will capitalize on mixed-use projects with their proximity to public transportation. Criterion Development, recognizing the superb location and amenities in Wellington Station, has purchased the former site of Century Lincoln Mercury. Criterion expects to break ground in April on 163-unit premium apartment complex. This project will expand our economic base, create 16 affordable housing units, generate $341,000 in building permit fees, $573,000 in linkage fees, and generate additional tax revenue. North Shore Construction has signed a purchase and sales agreement for the former site at 320 Middlesex Ave. The company has a significant investment to remediate this brownfield and intends to create 175 housing units. Nearby, another phase of the River's Edge project is in the planning stage. So it is no surprise to anyone that Redfin, a national real estate website, named Medford as among the country's hottest up-and-coming neighborhoods for 2013. The city is working with state and federal officials to begin the feasibility study of creating a water taxi on the Mystic River. The project's primary goals are to provide an alternative mode of transportation, provide access to the Mystic River, and foster economic development. The city has received a federal grant in the amount of $780,000 for this project. We are able to accomplish these endeavors due to our financial strength. This past fall, Moody's Investment Services assigned Medford an A1 bond rating, increasing our outlook from stable to positive. Due to this rating, city bonds were purchased at market for 1.99%. Moody's highlighted the city's strength as history of structurally balanced operations, low debt burden, stability of local economy, large favorably located tax base with redevelopment potential, increased reserves. Per Moody's, the city's positive outlook reflects the city's improved, strengthened position. Our recent bond issue, part of the city's capital improvement plan entitled Charter Course, includes the following projects at a cost of $8.8 million. Hormel Turf Field, sidewalk program, school technology, Medford High School pool, fire station upgrades, and storm drainage. Last June, Hormel's Turf Field and refurbished track project were completed. We anticipate rental revenue to cover the cost of the bond. This year, we have implemented a $3.3 million technology plan throughout the school system. This investment is providing universal wireless connectivity and multimedia instructional avenues for enhanced learning for all learners. Our plan, when fully complete, will install and distribute over 5,000 educational tools to our students and faculty. We have received a special $50,000 technology grant from Mayor Michael Bloomberg's philanthropy group in memory of his mother, Charles, who was a distinguished and beloved member of our community. On January 30th, 2013, the Massachusetts School Building Authority voted to approve $13.8 million renovation for our high school science laboratories. This will provide our high school and our vocational school students with state-of-the-art facilities to study critically important areas of science, technology, and engineering. Medford will receive up to $8 million in grants from the state to offset the cost. There will be an updated infrastructure, which includes a new roof, windows, new heating, ventilation, plumbing, and lighting. The program's plans will enable us to explore new vocational programs for biotechnology, environmental science, and robotics. The Medford High School pool renovation is expected to start this May and be completed by October 2013. This investment of $2,375,000 will enable us to recapture this important resource for both our schools and our community programs. A $1 million storm drainage project is in the process. This project will relieve severe flooding occurring in the Wrights Pond neighborhood and in the Lawrence Estates area all the way down to the Mystic River. We want to thank all the citizens that have participated in the process for these projects, as well as the City Council and the School Committee for moving the capital program forward. There has been much discussion about the DPW yard. Recently, we selected Weston & Sampson as the designers. We must continue to move aggressively to capture the favorable interest rate environment that presently exists to finance our new DPW facility. As elected officials, we have a responsibility to ensure a safe learning environment for the children to flourish. The Medford Public Schools have been working with our police department, the Middlesex DA, and other area schools to review all security protocols and systems. Each school has an emergency plan and has participated in simulations to prepare for any threat. Additionally, we have taken steps to upgrade our school security cameras. These enhanced cameras will provide real-time and seamless security monitoring with a 24/7 recording operation. This system will be fully integrated with Medford's public safety E911 system to provide prompt response to any critical requirements. As part of that upgrade, new high-visibility monitors will provide clear viewing of individuals requesting access to our schools. This feature allows for entry and exit door control for authorized persons only. As Vince Lombardi once said, people who work together will win, whether it be against complex football defenses or the problems of modern society. I pride my time as mayor as embodying this philosophy. Therefore, we have created many partnerships, such as the one we have with the J.F. White Construction Company, who last summer replaced 14 bridges on Route 93. Medford residents had to listen to the constant noise for months. Mr. White agreed to help Medford residents by performing mitigation work that included resurfacing the parking lot at our own Hormel Stadium, Webster Street, Laurier Place, Oakland Park, Oakland Place. In addition, he did extensive landscaping improvements at various locations and agreed to donate $60,000 towards a future dog park. In its entirety, the value of savings is approximately $600,000. Thank you for your wait. 2 weeks ago, Clear Channel presented the city with a check for $450,000 as part of a structured settlement, changing conversion of 2 static billboards to electronic. In addition to the $1,475,000 agreement, the city also receives free advertising space on the boards for municipal messages and community events. We have developed a partnership with Verizon and brought Fios to 100% of our residential community. Medford was the only community to be completely connected despite Verizon's moratorium on expansion, because we built the partnership. Just weeks ago, we proudly partnered with our state delegation, who passed legislation relieving the city of a $1.2 million debt. To ensure that the LeConte rink is operating efficiently, we formed a partnership to install an energy-saving ceiling and a dehumidification DCR provided $200,000 for the project, helping to save on the city's utility costs into the future. We are proud of our partnerships with many citizen volunteers who have worked tirelessly to improve the quality of life in our community, including the Medford Farmers Market, Mackey, the Artist Group, Circular Square, Medford's New Bicycle Commission, and Cashier. Shortly, we will begin discussions on a new pilot program with Tufts University, who partners with us in so many ways. In the fall, we will honor our Medford veterans who have answered the call to duty to fight for freedoms around the world. We will add to the monuments at Honor Roll Park the names of those Medford veterans who fought in Operation Desert Storm and Iraqi Freedom. The first construction contract associated with the Green Line expansion to Medford starts this spring. The primary work consists of reconstructing the Harvard Street Bridge, constructing new concrete retaining walls, and the placement of noise barriers along a portion of Winchester Street. The work includes relief to the chronic flooding that occurs under the Harvard Street Bridge. The new bridge will be higher, so the grade of Harvard Street will be raised. In short, the state of our city is vibrant, with a solid foundation built upon the diversity of its people, their talents, and their desire to work in harmony to build a better community. Our world today is consumed with discord that results from an emphasis on what divides us and where common good is ignored by self-interest. In our city, we celebrate the uniqueness of all individuals, all faiths, and all perspectives. You need look no further to find a model neighborhood than Lagoon Avenue and Washington Street. The neighbors came together to ask how they could help to welcome His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. Offers came pouring in to rake leaves, paint the trim, put out the trash, even tearing down the fences in their backyards so thousands could come in and greet the Dalai Lama. To transplanting shrubs, trimming trees, agreeing to close down streets with their neighborhood in order to safely welcome the Dalai Lama. Thousands turned out to greet His Holiness. And who were they? They were young and old. They were black and white. They were Jewish, Catholic, and Protestant. They were gay and straight. They were the faces of Medford. Medford works. Medford works because of the commitment and the sacrifice of its public employees. Medford works because of the vision of its business leaders. Medford works because of the compassion of its people. And Medford works because together the children, the young adults, the middle-aged, and the elderly believe in a vital future for our city and the promise of our full potential. Our Medford is a city of hope and of opportunity, of neighborhood networks and community cooperation. Our Medford is not simply a haven to hang one's hat, but a city that accommodates both a robust industrial base and secure and attractive residents. Medford is not only a living city, but a livable city. As our citizens are diverse, so are our activities. This is our tradition. This is our future. These are the reasons why we, in many generations yet to come, will proudly say, we are Medford. Thank you very much. Thank you. in to the college. I love telling the story, but Gisela doesn't know, so I'm going to tell it again. Gisela, the next woman that I'm going to introduce is a woman that I grew up next door to. It's a woman that I started dating in the 8th grade. Actually, when I got a little older, I thought I was going to Boston College to play hockey. My father put me in the car one day and drove me up to Hebron Academy for a year of prep school. He said I needed some touring to do. Meanwhile, he didn't want Sheila and I to get married right out of high school. So what we did is, I went all the way through college and we got married 5 months later. My wife, Sheila. And also, my main man, my grandson. Shut on goal. Can you say shut on goal, Cam? My grandson, Cameron Belanger. Thank you very much, everybody.